Alright, hello everybody. Looks like we got a game. Okay, just gonna make sure everything's all set up here. Okay. We are figuring out the fast auction here. Excuse me. We're finishing up the fast auction here. Got it. Okay. Everyone's on board. Okay, so we've got gray, green, yellow, and brown. We got Zavok, Super Sharny, and Kolas playing. So a very strong table. I'm about to get wrecked. This track looks fun for... I haven't played Engineers in forever. I don't think I want to play them here, though. We're going to do Dwarves. Alright, Halflings, Fakirs, Dwarves, Witches. Kind of an ugly color wheel. And... just want to make sure we're all... Hey, Drenched. Don't be sorry at all. It is totally fine. Happy to have you watch as well as play. Okay, so kind of an ugly color wheel. Witches, dwarves don't love each other as neighbors here. Neither do Fakir's halflings. It is a landscapes game. Okay, so let's look at the setup in any amount of detail at all. So what past tiles are we missing? No spade, no priest, and no ship scoring. Super does not want to play with halflings. And I probably do. How bad is a yellow color neighbor for halflings here? Pretty bad. Standard halfling track would suggest... I don't know, man. Alright, what kind of setup are we looking at here? I'm going to say this is a relatively high scoring setup. The track is pretty high scoring. We've got trading posts into dwellings late. Round 4 big buildings is something people can hit somewhat. And then trading posts first round. Yeah, I'd say this is a pretty reasonable track. Then we got 3 of the pass tiles in. Decent number of coins and workers going around. Power. This is a pretty balanced situation. We might be a little bit spade tight, is what we might be. All of these factions want spades. We've got like 2 off of the Colts, and otherwise no spade tile. So Super and Colas locked in their bids. Zavok and I are still thinking. Alright, I think this leech situation in the middle is good enough for halflings that I'm going to have them as my... Oh, what am I doing here? Moving the map, apparently. Can I just lock this layout? No, I guess not. Strange, this hideous color wheel. Yeah, it's ugly. But this is part of what training mode is good for. Alright, well, I haven't gotten very far. I think I'm a sleepier boy today than I realized. So we're going to do We're going to bid 15 on halflings. We're going to say that dwarves are in rough shape here. Have them at 0. Witches will get a decent starting tile. Halflings won't. We'll say 12. Fakirs, I mean, it's landscape fakirs. Could start double temple. Landscape fakirs could start double temple. Man, everybody's threatening everybody's hexes here. I don't know. I'm just going to bid based on what I want to play. So we're going to do 10 on fakirs, 8 on witches, 12 on halflings. And we'll end up with some faction. We'll see. And I end up with dwarves. No, I end up with witches. Interesting. Maybe witches are terrible here. Third seat. I mean, I could just go tap ship, right? We all knew where we were starting in the middle. Let's see where the other placements go. Unfortunately, I've got Zavok across next to me on the color wheel here. Witches and dwarves both at 40 here. So what do dwarves do here? I guess if I'm E9, do dwarves start C5? They know I can take temp ship. And is there any unconventional opening I can do that would be different? I don't know. I do think fakirs are likely to start big building and go double temple with these players. It's possible they'll take worker power. But if I do temp ship or stronghold, I will be able to claim some green or greens here. I think it's just going to be E9 and we'll see what happens. Either I get this town or I get temp ship spree, which I think Zavok's happy to let me get that, I guess. Witches do have the benefit of having air cult reward round 1 here, so that's nice. Halflings seem like a steal here, says Deranged. Yeah, what a halfling's got going on. Yep, pretty much what we expected to happen happens. We've got fakirs over in the east by themselves, over in the west by themselves. I'm not sure what neighbor they're going to get over there. Maybe, I guess, halfling? I don't know. If only Super Charney was opening strongholds, but I don't think that's happening. Yeah, super on fakirs. Okay. I could just do the temp shipping spree. Dwarves in second seat will just take single spade, so I can't, right? Halflings in first seat, are they going to get? Yeah, I don't know if I can do the shipping spree is the thing, but if I can't, then what am I doing? I don't have anywhere to double dig. I think it's shipping either way. Who's going culty here? Dwarves are naturally the most culty of these factions, but I think other than fakirs, any of them could pivot pretty well. So dwarves get worker power, and they will be able to take single spade unless they think they can wheel double dig, maybe? So are dwarves gonna... Yeah, what's happening with the spades here? I guess I do get either single or double dig, depending. Maybe halflings take... Yeah, I think halflings might be getting spade blocked. Which means... Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. There is a dwelling scoring tile, so I could just do a dwelling rush. It's a little bit awkward and probably not great. Witches are not my favorite faction here. I mean, here. In general, I don't feel terribly strong on them. Range says, I'm pretty certain there's a case for letting Grey have E9 in this matchup. If you're getting Temp Ship. We'll see how you get this going, though. It's just single spade D4 as dwarves. Yeah, that makes sense. So what were you saying? Grey can have E9 in this matchup? E9. Okay, so I would have started, you're saying C3 or C4? Yeah, that's interesting. So maybe I'm just hurting myself and dwarves here. Well, Zavok on dwarves is thinking about it, and he does take G3 from me. Alright. So then, I'm not really worried about anyone else getting double dig. 3, 4... No, halflings might get it. They'd be happy to have it. So if I'm not double digging, what am I doing? So... Yeah, Zavok would have angled for double dig if possible. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just double dig and prepare myself. The problem is anything I dig to Grey can just get taken from me. So maybe I go H4, C5 with double dig here. Oh, I don't have double dig. What am I talking about? Yeah, I don't have double dig in hand. And so we're just going to upgrade and see what wheels, I think. I'm just going to maximize my leech and hope that I have something to do here. Okay, so Zavok's saying that he felt G3 was important for connection. Yeah, I mean, now his connection's totally locked up. He still has enough to temple this round. I mean, that just seems like strictly a good move. The extra worker from worker power allows that. So Super's thinking here. I think he's hesitant to give double dig to halflings. But if he doesn't upgrade, then he's basically just taking, like, the priest. So I think he'll probably just upgrade F3. Halflings get double dig. And then I guess I basically just started on 3 power this game. So I'm trying to think the best way to make the best of this. Which tiles are open? We've got coin. If from first to pass here, I've got coins or dwellings. Yep. Okay. So halflings will have the option for double dig, and I think they're gonna take it. So maybe I start. I mean, a hard dig would be very sad to get on to what, C5. Tall witches. I'm not sure what that would look like here. Yeah, I mean, this is what you get with random faction selection sometimes. So we'll see what I can salvage here. Hey, Ghostly. Ghost says priest go 2-ship. Yeah. Somehow I had not considered this. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the play, right? Priest, and then I could even hope to wheel the coins this round. Yeah, drainage does ideal around is priest and coins. Alright, so on 2-ship, I think it's gotta be. And I think the priest is more in demand and more affordable to these folks than coins anyways. So we're gonna do that. We'll ship around and then see what we land on round 2. And can I take, I'm at 10, 11. I could take coins next if I really wanted them without even burning below 6. But I'm probably strongly considering Air 2 here. So burning down to like 7 is not ideal. We'll see. No, I wouldn't even have to. I thought you were going to take Priest. I thought you would Stronghold, says Coolus. I assume he's talking about Super there. I am getting a lot of leech here. Dwarves take Earth 2, no surprises here. So if I am going to do my shipping business, I don't really see any threats. We're going to take coins. Does anybody want workers? Can anybody even afford workers? If I take coins here, I do have the option, yeah. As long as I get a little bit more leech, which I don't think I will. Yeah, as long as I like take Air 2 here, I could have one more. I could do one more worker conversion to get another dwelling this round. We've got Air 2 halflings who bumped up the track, so they're getting the spade. That looks nice for them. They bumped up on the air track with their bonus card. It's a pretty fast round for everybody here after all. So we know I'm advancing ship no matter what, right? Otherwise, what am I doing? So we'll do that now. What does next round look like? Super pass first, has access to double digs. That's very nice for him. Fakir's went Earth 2 here. Earth 2 Fakir's. Yeah, that's interesting. So Super's got 2 digs next round. It's going to be G2, E9 maybe? Maybe he'll probably just fly to D4 if he can. So yeah, I mean, I'm just going to delay the decision. I think no matter what, I'm going to take C4. So we're just going to do that. So if I take Air 2, I get a spade. And then dwarves are a seat behind me. A seat, 2 seats in front of me, so they could always undo my work with a spade, unless it's out of their reach. So what am I even looking to achieve here? What's open? We got 4 coins, trading post tile, and dwelling tile open. Spade round next round. And we've got everyone opened with temples. All the priest cults still available. I don't know, man. There's a lot to chat to catch up on. TP5 dwellings is fine, said Ghostly. Range says I temple Air 2. It's a filthy opening. We'll be eating well. Yeah, I was thinking to get the hexes when I'm on 2 ships. So this is what, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess I could just do that. Pass on to ship scoring, dwelling scoring. That airspace is just so tempting though. But I'm gonna have a good leech position, I think. I'm not too worried about that. So we're gonna go for it. I think Ghostly's playing this game as much as I am. He's got all the suggestions I'm taking here, but Going Temple in round 2, not the worst thing. I could also go Stronghold round 2. The thing of it is, I don't know that I'm connecting. Like, I guess E4 becomes my connection hex on 3 ship. There's no ship scoring in the game, which is a pretty big bummer for me. But I do have 3 dwellings left on my board. Could hard dig one of them down, and then temple with the rest of my moves. Land on either coins or temp ship again and just keep it moving. Yeah, so as expected, Fakirs take G2, but they opt for B2 rather than snagging D4 from these other folks. So that all looks pretty nice for them. They opt to not give me Leech just yet. They're not worried about anybody else taking that hex, which makes plenty of sense. I don't think Zavok is gonna... Yeah, I don't even have a Priest Ascend to Cold first. That's a bit rough. Lumen's raiding with a party of 25. Thanks, Lumen. Hey, Lumen. What's up, everybody? This is more people than are usually watching me. So we're playing a game of Terra Mystica. We're playing against arguably the greatest or one of the greatest players of all time here at Zavok. We are playing on training mode, so no elos on the line. So everyone's going to be a little bit looser about what they're doing. Super, Charney, and Colas are both very strong players as well. So if anybody has any questions about Terra Mystica that they don't know, I'll do my best to answer them. Getting priest reduction is always nice, says Drange. Yeah, I just default to templing round 1. So often, just temple in as many dwellings as possible, and then like thoughtful favorite tile selection is really, I know that's bread and butter for most people, but like it's pretty rare that I deviate from that unless I'm playing swarmlings or giants, really. So I don't think I'm as strong at other openings, but to think it through a little bit here, we're in a spade round, so hard dig, and we're on 1 ship, so hard digging with 3 workers on one of these hexes could be good. We need to think about town space, because as witches we want at least 2 of those, and F4 is not becoming a town, which is a bit rough. I guess that's the case to have possibly upgraded E9 instead, but too late for that. And then otherwise, we could be looking for a fast round here, since I think we have less to do than most of the other players, but so Colas double digs E4, which I was talking about being my potential connection hex here. Changes his mind. So now I think the pressure's off of E4. I think someone could take it from me later, like probably just halflings could take it from me later, but they can make a town out of the structures they currently have. So I could take a priest here and still have enough power to do double dig later. Strange says, I think E4 is not so secretly our connection hex, that or D6. Yeah, I mean, D6 is what I was thinking too. E4. A, B, C, D, E. Oh, yeah, not so secretly. Yeah, I guess so, but it's kind of goofy, right? Because then where are my towns going? So, who still has priest in hand? Halflings still have priest in hand. But I could claim first priest to... Close was thinking about being digs. Wow, that's early for that. It's possible that we're going to get a little bit of a rush for favorite tiles this round, but Coalesce on halflings can't really do it, so not too worried about that. I'm playing very slow. Sorry to everybody who's playing with me here. Range is talking about sending priest to fire 1 for next round to get ready for those cult rewards. That could be good. I mean, buying priest here slows my round down, which means I could end up on I could end up on big building tile. That could be nice. If I don't take priest, it is available to others, so we gotta do something. We'll do priest here. All the spades are taken, so that's not an option. Okay. And we're getting more leech here. Cola says that you take d4. Yeah. That was the one that I sort of assumed Super would take as well. So Super is prioritizing getting out more dwellings this way so he can get B2 and A5. But without a priest, yeah. First Priestifier does go to halflings here, so they're going to reap those cult rewards. So I can go first priest to air here, try to claim some points, get some power back with it. I could increase ship a second time, which is sort of silly. If I do want to claim space, dwarves can't hard dig any hexes I care about right now, so I'm not too worried about that. I am going to want a town somewhere through here, somewhere in the C3 to A10 kind of range. Otherwise, I could maybe end up with a sanctuary town through here. I'm going to need another town, though. Man, this is ugly. Okay. We're going to delay the priest decision, and I'm just going to... claim this hex. Why am I doing that? I'm not entirely sure, but it got me some points. And I could upgrade ship again. It's giving me a friendly neighbor up here. I could upgrade ship again and just go A3, D1. And then I could just be no town witches. That could be fun, I guess. Yeah, so I guess this play did help Fakir's out a bit. Super's happy to have me as a neighbor up there. And Zavok's already connected here. So maybe I don't worry too much about towns. I make sure I get one and stretch for two, obviously, but don't get too caught up with it. But I just plan to like play this crazy big econ game. Just without ship scoring, it's so rough. I think we do need a temple. We're gonna go priest air first. Can't be terrible. There aren't cult rewards for it, so I'm just staking my claim. But this helps my power cycling pretty nicely. And then I can go air 2 here if I want to. At this point, Earth 1 feels pretty silly, but I could do that as well. Alternatively, I could take the workers and build a stronghold. That seems pretty bad. So Zavok is the first to pass, despite what I imagined might happen. So that big building tile is going to be available. I don't know who wants it. Zavok's the only one with really spendable power next round. So I think dwarves do want double dig here. They might double dig like G6 next round. Dwelling round, double dig G6, or else what would they do? They could dig D7, probably. Dig G6 halfway. If I did Stronghold, then Zavok can't dig something halfway, which is not a problem. He can still take D6 with a single dig, so that doesn't really make sense to prioritize that. Maybe we just do go huge econ here, and I do think I'm going to do a temple either way. I don't think Air 2 does all that much for me. I think it is going to be Fire 1. This feels pretty aimless what I'm up to here, but I'm getting some points. Alright, what's Fire 1 says Ghostly? Is that incredulous, or is that asking what I'm about to do around the time I did it here? So I'm in a position to pass next. I don't think there's much else I want to do. I'll claim that even though I know you didn't see it. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. So secretly behind the scenes, Ghostly is just the one playing this game. I'm a mere puppet here. So temp ship goes, which makes plenty of sense. Colossus is going to be able to get H5. Probably hoping for the single dig after dwarves. End up with it. So I could go big building here. Coins action should probably be available for me, so maybe I pass worker power, take coins, and just go from there. It's such a crappy plan, but here's what's happening. We're doing it. So here's what I'm claiming. I'm claiming that dwarves are going to take double dig, halflings are going to take single dig, and then I get the coins action, and I'm just flush with resources. And then I'll do something with those resources. This has got to be real fun to watch on my end. It was a suggestion just before you took it, yeah. It was a good suggestion. I've got plenty of workers, that's what dwellings do. Just need more coins. I could just live off of the dwelling pass tile, try to get back on that 2 more times. It's gonna be a hot one. Folks are gonna want it. Maybe that's this game. Maybe I'm just... Yeah, Zavok does double dig G6. Look at these dwarves points. Where'd they all come from? Guess tunnels give you points, as it turns out. And Kolos takes the coins. So what's happening? Kolos is going to ship to get out some dwellings. That's what's happening. Well, we don't love that. So maybe I take priest here. Go a little bit culty. I mean, freaking everybody's got priests, though. What am I doing with a priest? Alright. We can take e4, f2 this round. So we'll probably consider doing that. So first priest to water can't be that bad. Maybe I should have just down converted there for more coins. I don't think there's any power action I particularly care for this round. I think I just want coins. If I leave d5 long enough, it will get dug on me. And I think we might want d5 for a possible town. That a7 dig is pretty nasty for halflings. They would have loved that hex, but Super Journey takes it. Zavok built a dwelling h8, right? So just working his way down here. More dwellings for everybody. My town planning here is abysmal. It's possible I could end up with 2 towns, like C4 through A11, and then if I can get B3, I'll do it that way. But I think that halflings aren't going to let that happen. So maybe I just double hard dig, or maybe I like single spade hard dig B3 here. So I have like 2 definite. Should have done that last round. So I have 2 definite town spaces. Otherwise, I just go E4 to make sure I can connect, and then I can just get out 2 dwellings and a dwellings round. That seems much more sane. But is sane what we're here to do? I think we might take B3 here. Ah, this is so dumb, isn't it? You need towns. I'm doing it. We'll figure out connection later. No one's taking E4, right? So now in theory we can pass for the either coins and coins action or probably dwelling scoring and coins action. Well, while we're here, plug for Terra Mysticon. Today is the last day you can get that early bird fee. The reduced admission to this first Terra Mystica convention up in Montreal in September. So if anybody's on the fence about it, consider this me pushing you to the right side of the fence. So maybe this is a second temple from dwarves here. I would guess it would be for Water 1 if so. But yeah, if we're allowed to, I think it's going to be dwelling tile coins action. Or I could just go full crazy and go for the coins action. For the coins tile here. So ultimately what we're thinking is that we're going to town with a bridge between B3 and C3. That if we get B5, we'll find a town up in the north as well. It does mean we're either going to need D6 or E4 to connect all of our structures together. Or like H4, H5, that's probably not happening. Okay, so Kolos has increased digs to halfway, and is probably hoping for enough leech to take that priest and go all the way. Maybe not. I do think I'm just gonna pass here, rather than like snag a priest. If I had another priest, if I hadn't sent this priest to water, maybe I could just upgrade digs next round. I don't think that does much for me. Alright, here it is. We're passing. That's going to be at least 7 points. At least probably like 6 or 7 points. And I'm getting the coins action. So I'm going to have resources. Next round I could maybe Temple Sanctuary. Take like Earth 1 and Water 1. Water 1, Air 1. I would like to have the extra priest income coming in. That would score the track pretty nicely. And then I can hope to get on the big building tile. Kind of reap the benefits of that structure as well. Yeah, so Super takes A4 with a single spade. So Fakirs now have their town perfectly lined up north there. guess the fear was... I guess maybe that's just the best space to claim. Got me as a neighbor now. So I guess what I'm doing here is pretty friendly to fakirs. Alright, let's check in on other people's games. I've been paying too much attention to tunnel vision on whatever the heck it is I'm doing. So, dwarves are going to be able to do a second temple here if they want to. Fakirs have some town space lined up, so they can probably town next round, get a ranged town, start flying around. They've got Earth 1 locked up already, which looks nice for them. I think the thing that everybody's going to be timing their games around probably the most here is going to be round 5 trading post scoring. And I would like to do the same. My trading post tile is looking mighty juicy. I wonder if Savok will pass on to it here. These dwarves are a little bit limited in their expansion. I guess he could get to D7. So what's this going to be? Is this going to be a priest action? And then a priest to fire for dwarves? That looks pretty nice. Priest action, priest to fire, and then a temple. Or maybe he's going to temple for water too. That'd be cool. There's temple. Temple fire 1. Okay, we got double econ dwarves. And then on to the trading post tile. Well, nothing to do but take all the coins. I love getting leech from fakirs here. I think I've helped them out a whole bunch. So I think I am going to probably upgrade C3 instead. Instead of feeding them a bunch of leech up here. And I'll take some free power from them. That'll be just fine. Halflings with a sanctuary as well. I mean, we might all be going sanctuary here. Wouldn't be too surprised if so. Halflings go water 1. Sanctuary. I think this is also water 1. I think all the copies of water 1 are going to be gone here yet. That is fine. So we're going to... So Zavok's going to play really tall here. I think it's a temple. Maybe not even a sanctuary. We'll see. So B5 is vaguely under threat here. Okay, so we've got a town from dwarves. Gotta figure this is 2 key that they're locking up here. Looks very nice for them. Yeah, there it is. So I suspect I'm gonna have ample leech coming in this round. It would be nice to pass behind halflings and get that stronghold sanctuary tile. I could build both the stronghold and the sanctuary here. It would require priest to worker, or else some leech here. Such a bad idea. But if we think I'm getting D5... You know what? This is so bad. Alright, here we're gonna temple. For water 2. The new goal is pretty much to break 100 points. Because I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. There goes D6, so I do need E4 if I want to connect my structures. I could upgrade digs twice and take E4 with a landscape. Halflings dig through D5 here, which looks great for them. It's a very nice dwarves game. Isn't Earth One still around? You gonna take that with Sanctuary Sister ranged? Yeah, I mean, I feel like that would be the conventionally reasonable play. I have access to double dig here. I might just take that and then plant a Sanctuary. No one else can take it though, right? No, dwarves could take it. I don't think they want it. I'm gonna build the landscape while I have the 2 temples up, and then we're gonna dig this one halfway. And then, yeah, I think dwelling F2, or I think rather Sanctuary C3, dwelling F2. And I may as well claim Earth 1 because I gotta score somehow. I'm not building train posts this round, so I can't take Air 1. In this water 2, you might be wondering, you might be asking yourself, why did Lustrous take this water 2? I don't really know. But this round I can bump fire. Next round I can bump water, send a priest to water, so I'm getting some cult rewards. I think Fakirs are going to continue not sending any priests to cults. And halflings only have 1 priest production. So hopefully I can just scrape some seconds. I'm not really sure. Single key towns look nice in general if I can claim them with this game plan, but we'll see. Drain says, yeah, dump landscape on E4. Yeah. Can you squeeze last priest to fire, maybe? Looks like no. So we are going to Sanctuary for Earth 1. Got enough dwellings coming in that it's going to be nice. I just really hope that... I would love to get on that Sanctuary Stronghold tile. So I'm not sure. Halflings trading post for a town, so they might have a longer round than dwarves. We'll see. We all might be kind of waiting each other out on these pass tiles here, though. They take a single step down. Doesn't look good for my ambitions. I am passing after dwarves, so I could end up with a trading post tile in a trading post round. But they're definitely stalling. So we've got a priest to play around with, and we've got this dwelling to build. So we're going to do that. I mean, overall, this game plan, I think this has come together, I will say. And then... yeah. Halflings are in a position to stall if they want to. So if I get outstalled here, I'll just take coins, or probably coin the cult step. It's a little bit sad, but... But yeah, I think this game plan is coming together. I do have 2 town spaces lined up. That's something. And then we've got a decent amount of structures down on the board against a really strong table and some fakirs that have kind of whatever they want. I guess with halflings in the game, fakirs don't have crazy access. So I'm just thinking about my network aspirations. I mean, I think if I'm going to have much hope here, I would probably need to win network. All right, well, being able to get onto the trading post pass tile would be great. So I think we do want that. I could maybe try to get enough for a bridge and 2 trading posts next round. So this is going to be cold step fire. It's the thing I want most before I pass. Range says, it's ugly color wheel. Don't think you've done anything particularly wrong here. Game looks good to me. Yeah, that's helpful. Thanks. Yeah, I just sort of had a quick look at the board state, like with slightly fresh eyes a second ago, and I was like, okay, this works. But I don't really feel like I knew what I was doing for a while there. But I mean, it didn't matter. Obviously, Ghostly's playing, not me. So only kidding. But very good advice from chat. All right, so TP pass tile gets passed off of. So I could take big building or trading post here. I don't think trading post is I don't know. Am I going to build 3 trading posts next round? I guess I may as well, right? So maybe trading post tile is better for me. I was thinking in a vacuum that the big building tile might be better. I do need to get to 3 shipping at some point. So I'm going to need a lot more coins. And I will say that having a fast round next round would be beneficial. So maybe it's just big building tile, build 2 trading posts, hard dig B5. Then just pass as quickly as possible. Then I'll need a bridge still. I'm going to go priest to water either way for next round. So we're going to do that now. And then we're going to go with one of these 2 scoring tiles for sure. But which one? I think that worker could come in handy, and I don't think it's more than 2 points from the trading post path tile that I'm missing out on. So, not a huge difference either way. We are late on coins at this point. Maybe I'll let town next round and build all 4. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's a good point. Who else wants the bridge? I haven't paid any attention to bridge pressure. I think that dwarves are going to want the bridge. I'm guessing Zavok can stretch for a town in the northeast here. Otherwise, no bridge pressure. So maybe no bridge pressure at all. Yeah, that probably would have been the move to go all in on trading posts. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I do desperately need to make up points. I don't have water 1 this round, so I'm already behind. I'm going to fall further behind. Something I could do is use both my cold digs on E4 if fakirs leave it open this round. Like, how much do they need E3 in particular? Well, either way, we're going to offer them a boatload of leech. We're going to make them pay for it instead of getting a 3 for 2. I think he's going to take it. Yep, and I upgraded B3 in time to get a little bit extra leech. So we want that. We would love enough leech for the bridge this round. So Fakir's in a position to start flying. They're at 83 VP already. Would love to beat them on network. Have some easy greens up in the northeast here. Northwest, rather, excuse me. And 2 cold spades. So the same thing to do with my cold spades would be go b5, a11. Happy for this leech. I think I will upgrade c4 since we think I'm getting a town out of that no matter what. And if Fakir's building another trading post, I mean, they have no reason to give me extra leech, but how many structures? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd be getting down to 4 structures if I just use my cold spades for the rest of the game. Let me do this one first. I think we're doing this one either way. So I could just coin town here. We know I'm going to bump water, so I think maybe I do that next. Maybe I should be planning to win water and air. Halflings don't have much better to do with that priest. Yeah, I would have got an extra leech there. Yeah, maybe I'm staying in this round a little bit and foregoing the round 6 bonus tile for points here. Strange sees our 3 towns in the future, by the way. Yeah, the third town I see involves E3. I mean, it's good to stretch for towns with witches. It probably would have involved Fire 2 would have been the smart play if I was going 3 towns, and I think it might be a little late for that. So we could take the bridge now. I do think this priest is nice. Yeah, if I do... Yeah, if I take a single step town here... Oh, you know what? Halflings are going to take it from me right now. I should have given that more thought. I was going to say, I could take the single step town, lock out air. Yeah, halflings are probably going to give me a bit of a fight on air either way. A little bit of a step behind on that one. Either way, coin town doesn't look like a terrible idea here. Maybe it's priest to air. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? Super does give me a little bit more leech here. Taking advantage of the train post around. This is a nice looking Fakir's game. Finish off with a bunch of flights. Has access to 2 natural yellows right now. Can pretty easily afford a hard dig or maybe even a single spade next round. Yeah, definitely trading post tile would have been better here. I'm not really sure what I was thinking. But if we do bridge for coin town, still do that, I think, right? That can be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost enough. I can just convert it. Alright. Halflings take priest town, so if I want this cult, I gotta do it now. How much does that get in the way of any other plans that I have? Old spades. What I'm considering is hard digging b5. But I guess I could maybe double dig b5. So if I throw priest... Nah, I need that bridge, right? Alright, let's give this a moment of thought. I can try to get out trading posts on c4, b5 this round. It means I need to turn b5 green. It means I got one more cultivate I can play around with next round. So that would involve a coin town, a bridge, and a hard dig. So I don't really have enough for that, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do have enough for that if I let halflings take air on me. How much do I care about air versus it's like a 4-point? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for this other line. Oh yeah, I could use the Witch's Blender too. The Raven's Blender. Basically 4 points instead of 5 points. I'm just gonna go for it. Bring in some power now, see what happens. Fakirs take Priest, which I think I would have possibly liked. Halflings are probably pulling Air 1 here. No, Earth 1. Yeah, that makes plenty of sense. Forgot there was a copy left. Ooh, okay, so now we've got dwarves with access to I5. That makes a whole lot of sense. Guessing he'll even dig that this round. So I think I want B5. Listen, we're bumping fire and water no matter what, so we're doing that now. But what this does mean is that my cultivate's going to be a little bit awkward because Zavok's going to have access to like all of my hexes, right? If he's over on I5 this round, I can't really turn G1 away from him. Colas thought that he was engineers this whole time. Alright, who's winning this here? Halflings are sitting on a boatload of points. I don't think I'm winning this. I think that's pretty clear. But dwarves have a lot more points incoming. Pretty booming economy. They are at 83. Yeah, this H4 landscape is very nice. Alright, I gotta run upstairs. I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. Sorry for the delay all. Okay, so all of the bonus tiles for points are gone. So we are gonna just give a bunch of leech that the fakirs cannot accept. Watch out for your hexes in the north getting cultivated by dwarves. Oh, interesting. Can dwarves, like, throw their cult spades? So this is interesting. I'm actually considering doing a three power to worker conversion here instead of using my priest as a worker. Like, what am I going to use my power for? I'm not getting the coins action, right? Kiers, dwarves. I might get the coins action if I pass. Pass on to coins and coins. Yeah, I think I gotta convert the priest. I gotta give myself options. But I do want this 4th trading post. Totally kills my worker economy, doesn't it? Folks, I'm playing real slow. Sincere apologies. Okay, so this plays the track well, and I know I gotta build a trading post there anyways. This town's actually more difficult than I was giving it credit for. Could have considered a stronghold here instead of the hard dig dwelling. That would have probably been the move. Okay, too late for that now. We are just going to kill our worker economy as promised here. But we've got 4 dwellings we can build next round. And we're gonna have to take a ship town, I suppose. Halflings stall me out, no surprises there. So we're passing for 4 points here. And I think I just want those coins, right? So we've got 5 workers to play around with. I think it's just 2 ship increases. Finish this town one way or another. Try to win network. How close am I on network? Things look pretty good for network. Cold spade. Yeah. So we want. Oh, do we just want to cold spade this maybe? And then take double dig? No, dwarves have double dig. Ooh. If we cold spade this, it's an easier town. And then we double dig some of dwarves' hexes. 1, 2, 3. I guess I don't need all of those. We'll do this. This is interesting. I hadn't considered this before. The benefit of getting G1 here. What happened there? Carpet flight from Fakirs. Ooh, that's clever, yeah. So now they're going to get access to G7. So they will tie me on network, assuming I can get all my structures down here. So do dwarves take double dig? I mean, taking coins and advancing digs is so much better, but Seva can see that I will be able to target his hexes. I can target G1 either way is the thing of it. G1 at A11. I don't have anywhere near enough workers to consider getting down like anything beyond these 4 dwellings. Right? Varian says you have no workers advancing digs. Is insanity here. Oh, I'm so sorry. I meant dwarves should be thinking of advancing digs here. I cannot advance digs here. If I advance digs, it would just be points. Yeah, it wouldn't be anything. All right. Well, I'm gonna take G1 no matter what. And I guess there's no reason not to go G1 F1, right? It's It's rough, but unless I think A1 makes more sense. I suppose it does, yeah. Alright, no need to be too mean to our friends, the dwarves here. They can't get to F1 anyways, right? We're definitely building a dwelling here, and then we're going to transform this hex. We are winning 2 cults here. Gonna need advanced shipping. I'm like flush with coins. What am I even doing with all these coins? So I guess I'm advancing ship manually, so I think Priest Town looks pretty nice for me here if I can get it. Any other towns coming in for other folks? No, I think that's all of them, right? I am winning 2 cults in network here. I'm not passing for any points. Got another 15 points coming from the town, essentially. And I'm gonna have some resource points, I guess, because I'm not sure what I'm doing with all these coins. It's possible that building that 4th train post last round had some implications for me. Maybe I could have won network outright if I hadn't done that. Or maybe the hard dig on B5 was questionable. I don't know. Either way, I think that there might have been a way for me to do that better. Yeah, so dwarves ended up taking... What did dwarves do? Yeah, I guess dwarves used all their workers to... Anyways, well, they're tunneling. That makes sense. They're going to build out, what, 3 more? I don't need to concern myself with dwarves too much here. Yeah, I want to say that Priest Town's going to be worth at least 11 for me. I can catch Fakirs on... That's only 3rd place. Priest Town... What am I doing with Priest? Closing out water for sure, for sure. Are dwarves taking water from me otherwise? Well, either way. Versions here. I think what you could have possibly done was use the 2nd spade to sit on A11 instead of turning B5 blue. 1 dwelling earlier. A11 instead of... Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Alright, we only have 1 more dwelling to build. Yeah, I think it's Priest Town either way. And then 5 points, right? I keep forgetting about the switches blunder, though. Sneaking 2nd on... Nope, not worth it. 5 points are 5 points. We need the points. And then we'll see. So it's 2 manual ship upgrades. Dwelling on A3. This might be closer than I thought it was going to be. But it looks like... It looks like halflings are losing network. And the rest of us are getting down to... Oh, you know what? Fakirs get coins back when they're flying, so... I'm not sure. Maybe Fakirs are beating us on network here. Either way, we're going to need to advance our shipping. We are connected on 2 ship. Which I failed to remember, so... So, what do I need to build Temple Trading Post Dwelling? I need 5 workers, and then 5, 10 coins. So I would need a hell of a lot of leech. Is there any chance that's happening? Fakirs are flying. That doesn't give me leech. Dwarves. Halflings. No, not happening. Not happening. I need to cycle basically all my power. Maybe I could have done it with like a coins town. Workers go to dwarves. We're just gonna claim A3. That's happening no matter what. Deranged, many of my considerations are insanity today. I don't disagree with you, I just love the phrasing. Maybe this is just a dig upgrade, maybe that's the best use of my resources here. I bumped water, so if dwarves wanted to take it from me, they'd have to build a temple. I might do that. Is that worth it for them? No, yeah, obviously they just advance digs and they'll be able to get down. I don't know. I think I'm just advancing digs here too, probably. We're gonna bump. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna bump water. Because, like, I don't know. Super has an extra priest, just fakirs. I guess I bump air. Oh, no, never mind. That's not me. What am I thinking? Here we go. Gonna bump water. We're gonna advance digs. We're gonna pass. Closing your cults is never a bad idea. Zavok likes to fight cults. Yeah, Zavok's pretty good. So probably that's pretty good. Yeah, I guess it would have had to be a water 3 because he doesn't have any priest access as is. I guess accepting that leech would have been 5 power priest, but I don't know. Can't have been worth it. So yeah, putting myself out of range of that is probably safer than, I don't know, anything else. Get a point somewhere else. Yeah, advancing digs puts us to 123. We are, I think, second place on network. No, it looks like it tied first place on network here. Fakirs can't get down below that, right? So we're winning network, we're winning 2 cults, and we're passing in the 120s. Not a bad showing overall. Very strong table, but everybody else is passing for a bunch of points, so definitely we don't have that going for us. Interesting. So rather than tunneling, Zavok digs I2, I12. Yeah, advancing digs is just 6 points here. I can't imagine there's a better way to do that. There's a way to get more points than that, so this is what's happening. We're connect on 2 ship, right? We're connect on 2 ship. Lovely. And now if I get a free leech somewhere, it is an extra point. Nothing wrong with advanced ship instead of advanced digs, estranged. What would that be? That would be 4 points instead of 5 points plus resource point. Yeah, is it a wash? I guess it's probably a wash. Ah, D1. D1 is just still sitting there unbuilt. Very sad. I wanted to get there. It's okay. Happy to share a network win with Fakirs here. Alright, this game's wrapping up. It was an interesting one. Random faction selection definitely made for a very messy game here. And I feel like the board state at the end of it does look pretty messy. Just trying to take a fresh look. But everyone managed a pretty good game nonetheless, I would say. Halflings and dwarves, I guess, are going to tie on network. Halflings passing at 130 here with some colts. Looks pretty nice. Yeah, I don't think dwarves are winning this, right? What do they got? They got colts, they're passing. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what the scores shake down. I'm not going to think too much about it. So Super has enough resources to build the temple. Has fakirs here if he wants to. Doesn't have a ton of resources for all this math. It's pretty late there, right? Poland, that's what? 6, we're looking at like midnight, 1 a.m.? Not sure. It's late for me, at least. I'm guessing he's just doing math on who to take down on Colts, if anyone. Besides, it's worth passing Zavok. Yeah. It's a 2-point swing against either halflings or dwarfs. That was the consideration. Nothing to do but pass for 0 here. And we'll just see where it lands. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I feel like this is not what I tend to see at the end of the game for witches. But very pleased, I thought, to dig Colossus trolling us with the digs here. So, yeah, I'm glad I thought to put down E4 when I had the 2, like to specifically choose landscape when I had the 2 temples out. Because those didn't last very long. Just watching the scores roll in here. Ghostly, if this is a first or a second for me, I'm giving you credit. Tied with Super. 8 points coming in here. Yeah, I think this is a Fakir's win, right? Yeah. Yeah, nicely played. Up to 156. To Fakir's 161. Yeah. Nice. Well, thanks everyone for stepping in for this game. Being willing to do a training mode. I think it's fun. I know it makes for a different type of game, but Ghosty says TP and tons of dwellings is a very fun economic opening. Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely where this all came from. Look at that, average ELA at the table, 540. Alright, we'll look at some quick stats, then we're gonna wrap it up here. My, that thinking time, I'm so sorry. We took more thinking time than any 2 of our opponents combined. So there's that. Where did the coins actions go this game? 1 for fakirs, 2 for witches, 3 for halflings. No coins actions for the dwarves. That's a bit rough. Alright. And what else here? Pretty much everyone got the same amount of leech this game. Fakirs paid the most for it. And where did... Okay, witches here. We managed the 2nd place. Where did our points come from? Played the track pretty well. Scoring tiles. Excuse me. Favorite tiles, not so much. That's all Earth 1. Did well on the bonus cards. Didn't land on one in the last round, but such is life. Towns, areas, called. So a lot of end game scoring mostly. Yeah, it was a fun one. Thanks, everybody. Hey, Super. Well played. Cool Witches game. We crushed this too. Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm guessing. So I'm curious how, yeah, you played a very nice game yourself. And plus, it's always lovely to see you playing on Fakirs. Just seems to make you so happy. How much do you think me coming up to whatever it was, C2 early on, helped propel your game? It seemed like it was to my advantage. It seemed like it was worth it because it helped me get connection earlier on. But it gave you plenty of leash, gave you a neighbor. Curious for your take on that. But yeah, if you watch any of the VOD Super, round 1 I was kind of feeling a little bit aimless, and I think it was Ghostly, but Drange may have as well suggested just going TP dwellings. The whole opening was not my idea of this game, so I can't claim credit for that. But it was very nice. Kola says, if I got Fakirs, I'd go Stronghold any day or do Double Temple. Yeah, I was expecting the Double Temple myself. I'm not sure how Stronghold would have gone here. I bet Kolas could have pulled it off. Super says it was crucial for me, important for you too, it seems. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised where my score landed, so it worked out well. Halfling taking D4, stop dwarves going C2. Yeah. So that was a bit rough for dwarves here. Yeah, curious what Zavok. It looks like Zavok may have signed off. No, jumped into another game. Wow. All right. Impressive. So yeah, I'd be curious for Zavok's take on it, but dwarves and witches can be pretty coin flippy in this kind of matchup. And the better player definitely did not win here. Between in terms of witches versus dwarves here, like I had no right beating him this game. But I'm curious for his take on like what hurt the most. That must have been that D4 dig, very rough, obviously. Starting G3 may have stunted the economy slightly. A lot of early tunnels. I don't know. I'd be curious. But in any case, time to wrap it up. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope everyone who's watching the VOD enjoys as well. And I'll see you next time.